So that can be a challenge of taking a back seat to the cooperation.
Hello and welcome back to Klik TV. Here we share useful insights on how technology can bring your business to the next level, getting tips and tricks from experts in different industries. My name is Paulina, and my guest today is Matt Darby of the Darby Law Group. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Hello, Paulina. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for coming today.
It's my pleasure.
And how is personal injury in railroads or firefighters different from other personal injuries?
What makes it really different from a legal perspective is that in order to recover, even if you suffer an amputation or even if you're killed, you have to show that there's some element of negligence or fault on behalf of the railroad. So that can be a challenge under certain circumstances. And here we have to show that the railroad had some failure on their part to provide what the law says is a reasonably safe place to work. And in the firefighting arena, what we see is that over the years, these firefighters are exposed to both physical and mental stress, but also a lot of really bad chemicals and things. So a lot of carcinogens, a lot of toxins. The culture in the fire department has been over the years one of sort of a macho culture, where they, the breathing apparatus would come off, there'd still be smoke in the environment. Now, I think, or I'd like to think in part because of the efforts that lawyers like myself and around the country have shown the cancers and the higher incidence of cancers in the firefighter population, the departments have really started to do things to protect the employees, like 2 sets of turnout gear, the coats and jackets that they wear, better breathing apparatus, head protection, neck protection. The studies show that a lot of carcinogens are absorbed through the skin, so making sure that there's a protocol for showering after exposures and things like that, just so
so they're not just risking their lives.
They're not just risking it at that moment, right?
Yeah, but the health as well.
Right. So understanding the medicine, understanding the causation and the etiology of these cancers has been probably, at least in my firefighter workers' comp experience, has been, the biggest, sort of challenge, but you just do enough of it and you pick it up and it kind of becomes second nature to you. So I've had the chance to work with really interesting men and women, really hardworking men and women in both areas, and also the satisfaction of really sort of developing this expertise that I can use to help them and their families.
Well, you're doing an amazing job helping them.
Thank you. Thank you.
And my last question is, how do you leverage technology and how it helps you to become more efficient?
Yes, well, efficiency is the key. But at the end of the day, a number of things have come together, right? We had, this tragic COVID experience that I think is really going to change in many ways how we practice law. So I would, because of the railroad industry, it's all across the country, I have cases, all up and down the East Coast. It wouldn't be unusual, we would take a deposition, and it might be one witness, it might be 2 hours, it'd take me 2 days to get there and back. So now everybody's more comfortable with the Zoom and the Microsoft Teams, and we're able to do those depositions now remotely, where I just do it from my office and save all that time. And we've had mediations where we have been successful in resolving some pretty significant cases, again, not leaving the office. And so that and the information that we have available really, I think, is going to make it doable. And then last thing is that we have a really robust listserv and document library through the Academy of Rail Labor Attorneys. And it's fostered a great level of cooperation. And although technically there's 100 or so firms around the country that do this, and technically we're all competitors, but based on sort of where we are now and where we were 10, 15, 20 years ago, that competition really is taking a back seat to the cooperation that the technology and the ability to share that information is fostered, we've all seen that that is much more valuable for everybody. So I'm very excited about that.
That's true. Technology does make lives easier.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So,
well, thank you, Matt, for coming here today and sharing your very useful information with our viewers.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And with more exciting news to share, Klik has launched a subsidiary, Kliksoft, which is primarily focused on development services. Kliksoft embraces an entire software development lifecycle and offers development software from any level of complexity. Learn more in the description box. Again, thank you for watching Klik TV. Until next time.